the biggest sunken treasure ever. The remains of the Spanish galleon San Jose, complete with its cannon.
We're here launching the 2012 Treasure Annual Report, which features almost 1,000 treasure items.
Hey there, mystery lovers. Buckle up, because today I am about to step into the Earth's richest secrets. I am talking about massive gold veins, accidental treasures, and strange underground discoveries that will make you question what's hidden beneath our feet. From enormous gold mines to secret treasures buried by time.
Oh my God.
This list has it all. So, grab your pickaxe and let's dig into some mind-blowing finds. Number 1, more gold than you can imagine. First, it's the Witwatersrand in South Africa, where a gold vein so rich was accidentally discovered. It's been producing gold for over 130 years. It was in 1886 when George Harrison hit the geological equivalent of a lottery ticket while casually hammering away at rock. And bam, a glint catches his eye. No, not the midday sun, but a shiny vein of pure gold. Little did George know that he had just set the stage for the biggest gold rush the world has ever known.
Of gold from such depths has not been without environmental consequences. Large-scale mining activities have altered landscapes, leading to soil erosion, deforestation, and a loss of biodiversity.
It was chaotic when this news spread. It was like a real-life gold rush scene out of a movie, complete with pickaxes, shouting men, and enough dust to make you question your life choice.
Like and subscribe right now, and you'll have amazing luck for the rest of the week.
This rich find wasn't just any ordinary gold deposit. It was the factory that produced half of all the gold humanity has ever gotten out of the earth. I mean, if this vein was a person, it would have a Lifetime Achievement Award for making people ridiculously wealthy. Even now, after more than a century, its gold veins keep fueling dreams and making prospectors drool. This place is an absolute gold mine, pun intended. Number 2, a snorkeler's treasure. Alright, look at this. This man right here is a snorkeler who has apparently been patiently waiting for years to find some kind of gold treasure in this river. But this particular day, while randomly floating across to the other side of the river, he suddenly came across this gold nugget just sitting at the riverbed. And there, he realized that the moment he had been waiting for was here.
I had my waterproof cell phone with me, and I actually got some video of picking the nugget off the ground.
He would have probably thought this was all of it when he found more of it. Many more little chunks of gold. Imagine pulling chunk after chunk of pure gold out of the riverbed. According to this lucky man, he has never come across this much gold altogether while panning for gold. But guess, this was the right time and right spot for his luck to shine. Number 3, the 15 Oz gold nugget. Next up is a similar incident where people accidentally get lucky. As you can see, these guys at the Flat Bear Placer mine are just doing their everyday thing, trying to look for some sort of treasure while mining. They are using this big equipment to move heaps of stones and other materials in order to increase their chances of getting lucky. And so they did.
Hurry up and wait here now. I'm just watching the operation go by. They say at about 3 o'clock we'll start a cleanup. So I think that's probably what you're gonna see next.
After considerable hard work, they did stumble upon a few gold nuggets. But the best part is a 15 Oz nugget they found that day. I can't imagine the adrenaline rush they had when they found that 15 Oz nugget. Yep, the kind of find that'd make leprechauns rethink their security measures. And just by the way, a 15 Oz gold nugget is worth around $38,000, or maybe more. Number 4, deep sea gold. Alright, land is great and all, but let's take a dive deep into the sea. 2 scuba diving friends decided to explore an old shipwreck, you know, as one does on a random Tuesday. Instead of the usual rust and old stuff, they found a stash of gleaming gold coins just hanging out, like they'd been waiting for someone to claim them for centuries. And not only did they find gold coins, but also a whole brand new case to carry those. Lucky lads. If that isn't life handing you gold on a platter, I don't know what is. Honestly, if my teacher couldn't find me during roll call, I'd be down there among the shipwrecks, crossing my fingers for a similar discovery. Be right back, folks, getting my scuba license. Number 5, Area 51's gold nugget. If you do not take your kids out for healthy hobbies like gold hunting, do it. You never know what your kid is going to find out, and this video is just about it. This dad takes his kid out for nuggets hunt in Area 51, Nevada, and just as the kid is trying his luck out hunting for the first time ever, he stumbles upon these chunky gold patches. Imagine finding out your childhood toy can dig up more gold than a dragon's hoard. The look on that kid's face was priceless.
Oh, that's awesome!
Like he just found out video game loot was real. Props to the dad for passing on the coolest hobby ever. Forget building model rockets or playing catch. Gold hunting is the ultimate dad-kid bonding experience. I bet his mom will be making him his favorite dinner that night. Also, who said Area 51 was only about aliens anyway? Number 6. The Backyard Treasury. This next story is almost too good to be true. Meet John and Lisa, a regular couple from Northern California who were living the suburban dream. So basically, on a sunny afternoon, John's out in the backyard with a spade in hand, ready to build the garden bed Lisa's been hinting at for weeks. He digs, hits something hard, and thinks, great, a rusty old pipe, just what we need. But fate had different plans for him. What emerged wasn't just plumbing gone wrong. It was an old, rusted tin. And when they cracked it open, a bunch of mint-condition 19th century US gold coins practically blinded. Those coins weren't just rare. They were the kind that collectors dream of, and their combined value was a staggering $10 million. The word spread like wildfire, and soon everyone in the neighborhood was eyeing their own backyards with the latest interest. The story was so wild, even the local squirrels probably started digging. Hollywood couldn't write a more perfect plot twist. Number 7. Metal detecting for fun. Who knew that a casual weekend activity could lead to an accidental fortune, huh? And if you think metal detecting is just for bored retirees, think again. An amateur enthusiast in Alaska, whose idea of a good time was strolling around beeping at the ground, found himself in the middle of a real-life treasure hunt. While he was casually hunting on a quiet, chilly day, with nothing but the sound of beeping and the occasional breeze, suddenly, the machine goes wild over a patch of dirt. He digs the spot, and out comes a 600-gram gold nugget. That's right, he found something that weighs more than a Big Mac, and is worth way more than the McDonald's franchise. Now, imagine being him at that moment. That day, he didn't just find gold. He found proof that sometimes hobbies really do pay off big time. So the next time you see someone waving a metal detector, don't mock them. They might just be one beep away from their golden ticket. Number 8. Welcome Stranger. The Welcome Stranger is a name that still makes treasure hunters sigh with envy. Back in 1869, John Deason and Richard Oates were prospectors searching for gold in Moleagle, Victoria, Australia. It all happened when Deason swung his pickaxe into the ground, expecting the usual resistance, but instead hit something unusual, something big. What he found wasn't just any old nugget, it was the largest gold nugget ever discovered. This huge treasure of gold weighed a jaw-dropping 66 kilograms, about 145 pounds. To put that in perspective, that's heavier than your average microwave, but worth a whole lot more. When Deason and Oates dragged their find to the bank in nearby Dunolly, it was so massive it nearly broke the scale. I bet the bank teller's eyes popped out like cartoon characters. The nugget was quickly melted down and sent off to the Bank of England, ensuring that no future gold hunter could come along and take a photo with it. So, the Welcome Stranger lives on only in stories now, and it is an epic reminder that sometimes when you least expect it, the ground might just be hiding the jackpot of all jackpots. Number 9. The Hand of Faith. Next up is the treasure that changed the history of accidental gold find. Guys, let's talk about Kevin Hillier, a man whose life changed forever with a single beep. Let's go back to 1980 when he took his metal detector out for a walk in Victoria, Australia. Kevin wasn't looking for any glory. He was just hoping for a few little nuggets to brighten his day. But then came the beep, the kind of sound detectorists dream of but never quite expect to hear. And then, there it was, the Hand of Faith. A gold nugget so large it looked like it had been sculpted by Midas himself, weighing a whopping 27.2 kilograms, 60 pounds. It was the largest gold nugget ever found using a metal detector. The world went wild over the news, and Kevin's life changed overnight. This wasn't just a treasure, it was a historic marvel. The nugget now sits in a Las Vegas casino, where it gleams as a testament to the unimaginable riches still hidden in the world. For detectorists and treasure hunters both, it's a beacon of hope and a reminder that with a little faith and a lot of luck, you too might stumble upon your golden glory. Number 10. Renovation turns into a treasure hunt. This footage is from Canada, where a home renovation project quickly turned into a treasure hunt when workers stumbled upon a fortune while remodeling a house. When workers were tearing down walls in a quiet neighborhood as part of a home renovation, they accidentally came across this old metal box. When they poked in at that wall, they found the metal box tucked inside, like it's been hiding from history itself. With due excitement, they opened it, and it was filled with gold coin, looking crisp and perfect. These weren't any ordinary coins. They were vintage pieces, some of them over a century old, stamped with intricate designs that seemed to whisper tales of their journey. The room went silent as everyone processed the scene. A historical stash of coins worth tens of thousands of dollars just sitting there, waiting to be discovered. Various theories about the metal box swirled after the news went viral. But whatever Whatever the real story is, this discovery turned a mundane renovation day into a headline-worthy adventure. Number 11, treasure from the 1715 Spanish fleet. The 1715 Spanish treasure, the gift that keeps on giving. For those who do not know, this fleet was carrying unimaginable riches when it sank off the coast of Florida during a hurricane. Centuries later, its remnants are still being found, like breadcrumbs left by the path. This time, it was a family from Florida who decided to spice up their vacation by hunting for treasure along the coast. Ready with their snorkels and sheer determination, they dove into the mysterious sight. And guess what? A bunch of gold coins, twinkling like stars on the ocean bed, appeared right before them. These weren't just lucky finds. They were pieces of a history that had once been lost to the sea. Other hunters have since found artifacts and jewels from the same shipwreck, proving that even centuries-old hurricanes can't keep a good treasure hidden forever. Anyone else feel like calling up a boat rental? Cause Florida suddenly sounds like the place for a treasure hunting road trip. Number 12, the backyard diamond. In 2020, South Africa witnessed the biggest diamond rush ever. This discovery set off a frenzy in the small village of Kwahlathi, where other people soon began digging in, hopes of finding their own pieces of treasure. News about the diamond spread quickly, and right after that, hundreds of villagers and even people from nearby towns rushed to the area with shovels, buckets, and whatever tools they could find.
We hope crime will come to an end, especially crimes against women.
They all dreamed of discovering a diamond that could change their lives. The once quiet village turned into a hustling scene, filled with hopeful diggers working under the sun, talking excitedly, and sifting through the soil for any sign of sparkle. Even though it wasn't like a movie where people find giant diamonds gleaming in the rock, the excitement in the air was electric. News crews arrived to film the scene, capturing the sight of families and friends working side by side, sorting through piles of dirt, and holding up small, glittering stones they hoped were valuable. Number 13, the Roman treasure. In a unique historical discovery, construction workers working in a Spanish park found about 1,300-pound troves of Roman silver coin. While the construction workers were busy digging up, probably expecting rocks, roots, or maybe some old soda can, they hit something more exciting than a free lunch break. Their shovels struck against metal, and soon they discovered a trove of Roman silver coins weighing an incredible 1,300 pounds. You heard that right? This treasure wasn't just a handful of old coins. It was a mountain of history buried for over 1,600 years. Experts say the stash dates back to the 3rd and 4th centuries AD, an unstable time when Romans might have hidden their wealth to protect it. The workers, who probably checked in that morning without expecting their workday to make headlines, were dumbfounded. Videos of the discovery went viral, people getting amazed at the unique discovery. It was a moment that redefined treasure underfoot and left everyone wondering what other secrets lie just beneath our feet. Number 14, sparkles from Sierra Leone. In 2017, a local pastor in Sierra Leone proved that miracles don't only come in spiritual form. While he was out doing his routine prospecting, he stumbled upon a diamond so large it looked like it had more business in the crown jewels of a king than being in a pastor's hand. We're talking about a 706-carat giant diamond named the Peace Diamond for the goodwill it inspired. It was one of the largest diamonds ever found. Its size and purity were enough to make jewelers and treasure hunters around the world gasp for air. But the most heartwarming part of the story is that the proceeds from its sale were aimed at aiding the local community, turning a simple dig into a ray of hope. Videos of the pastor holding this huge diamond with a huge smile reminded everyone that even the humblest of days can hold sparkling surprises. Number 15, the Indian Temple, gold vaults. This one is not really a tale of backyard finds, but when local Indian authorities decided to open the vaults of the Sri Padmanabhaswamy Temple in 2011. The story of this old temple sounds like it's straight out of a mysterious thriller movie. Nobody knew exactly what was inside, but rumors were buzzing. When they finally cracked open those iron doors, what they found was jaw-dropping. Mountains of gold coins, twinkling jewels, and priceless artifacts that had been hidden for centuries. The total value of all this hidden treasure was over $22 billion. Yeah, billion with a B. The discovery made headlines around the world and instantly turned the temple into one of the richest places on earth. But as always, with treasure comes drama. Debates sparked about who really owned this wealth. Was it the temple, the government, or the people? And who will decide that? No matter where you stand on that, one thing's for sure. This was a real-life treasure chest like no other. Number 16, diamonds in a park. Let's head over to Crater of Diamonds State Park in Arkansas, one of the only places where anyone can dig for diamonds legally. One day, a local man was simply sieving through the dirt, probably thinking he'd find nothing more than a few pebbles to brag about. But as he continued his quest, he found a glittering 4.49 carat diamond just in a while. Imagine the look on his face. face, the kind of shocked grin that makes you question if you're daydreaming. He was so excited and proud of his rare finding that he showcased this in videos, catching the attention of gem hunters from around the world. This discovery turned the park into a pilgrimage spot for amateur miners, each hoping to be the next lucky one. It just goes to show that sometimes all it takes is a little sprinkle of luck to discover a gem worth its weight in gold. Number 17, another Arkansas lucky charm. And if you thought finding one diamond was impressive, wait until you hear about the 12-year-old who hit the jackpot in the same park. He was just out there poking around with the carefree spirit of a kid when he stumbled on a 5.6 carat diamond. No metal detectors, no intense digging, just pure beginner's luck. Imagine finding a diamond while you're still figuring out what to do with the rest of your day. The kid's wish probably went from getting an ice cream to buying an ice cream truck overnight. I wish there was a way I could airdrop this little kid's luck into my life. Number 18, the cursed silver coins of England. Back in 2014, Paul Coleman, a dedicated metal detector enthusiast, made a discovery that would make any historian do a double take. While searching in a field in Buckinghamshire, England, his metal detector beeped over a spot that revealed over 5,000 Anglo-Saxon silver coins.
We counted them, and we counted 5,251 late Saxon coins.
These coins were over 1,000 years old, dating back to the time of King Alfred the Great. The find was so significant it was dubbed once in a lifetime. But here's the twist. Some say that finding ancient treasures can come with a bit of a curse. Would you risk the wrath of a legend for a hoard worth millions? Well, you can decide for yourself, but Paul did, and he's got an epic story to tell for the rest of his life. Number 19, Treasure of Kentucky. A local farmer in Kentucky, digging in his cornfield for simple irrigation purposes, struck history instead. Hidden beneath the soil were hundreds of gold coins, likely buried during the Civil War era. The lucky lad came down for a routine job and came up with a handful of gold. Talk about your typical day taking a golden twist. These weren't just any gold coins, they were intricately designed gold coins showing craftsmanship that hadn't been seen in ages. As soon as the news spread, suddenly every farmer went on to work happily, secretly hoping to stumble upon something special in their field. But it is not every day that a local farmer becomes so lucky that his life rotates a total of 180 degrees. Number 20. The gold ring in a carrot. This one's straight out of a quirky fairy tale. In a rather funny twist of events in 2017, an elderly woman in Germany was digging up carrots from her garden when she found something shiny wrapped around one of them. Turns out, it was a gold ring she'd lost 14 years earlier. That's right, the carrot had grown through the ring like it was wearing a little golden bracelet. Talk about a full circle moment. The sight was both bizarre and heartwarming, and proof that sometimes even what's lost can come back in the weirdest of ways. If this doesn't make you double check your garden, I don't know what will. Totally unimaginable. Number 21, Viking silver on a Sunday stroll. In 2016, a metal detecting fan in Denmark went out for a casual Sunday walk, probably more interested in enjoying the weather than finding anything special. But on this day, his fate wanted to have some fun. His detector led him to a hidden stash of Viking silver, bracelets, rings, and coins over 1,000 years old. Experts believe this treasure was hidden to keep it safe from raiders or rival clans. It's the kind of treasure that makes you feel like you've just stepped into a history documentary. And let's be honest, discovering Viking silver is way cooler than any surprise you'd find in a cereal box. If there was ever a reason to pick up a metal detector and take a stroll, this is it. Number 22, the Egyptian gold cat. Okay, so folks, in 2021, some archaeologists were digging in Egypt, probably sweating buckets under the blazing sun, when one of them struck gold. Literally, they uncovered a hidden cache of golden artifact, from jewelry to ornate statue, buried deep beneath the sand. These treasures had been sitting undisturbed for thousands of years, whispering stories of forgotten dynasties and luxurious lifestyle. The discovery was monumental, not just for the team, but for history freaks everywhere. And you can bet that when the footage hit the news, more than a few jaws dropped. The artifacts were so intricate and preserved that it seemed as if the pharaohs themselves were showing them off. Interesting, yet scary. But if there's one thing that ancient Egypt did well, it was going all out on their bling. Number 23, Gold Rush Relic in California. In the hills of California, a group of amateur prospectors decided to test their luck, inspired by tales from the 1800s gold rush. After hours of nothing but dirt and rocks, one lucky prospector hit his luck, a gleaming century-old gold nugget the size of a fist. This wasn't just a coincidence, it was an artifact from a time when people flocked to California.
All right, we're on a roll today.
So that's actually 2 pieces of gold that came out of this hole and a nail.
Desperate for a slice of fortune, this discovery made waves in the local community, sparking new stories of hidden veins and forgotten claims. For a moment, it felt like the gold rush was back in full swing, minus the horse-drawn wagons and dusty saloon. If finding gold this way doesn't make you reconsider your weekend plans, I'm not sure what will. Number 24, Spanish gold found by fishermen. This is the story of the extraordinary fate of a group of Colombian fishermen in 2015. This happened when some Colombian fishermen were out on their usual fishing trip off the coast of Colombia when suddenly their net caught something heavy and unusual. At first, they thought it was just another snag on the sea floor, perhaps some debris or a stubborn rock. But as they reeled it in, they realized it wasn't their average catch. Instead of seaweed or scrap metal, their net was filled with gold coins, old relics, and mysterious artifacts that had been lying dormant for centuries. As they pulled their net to the surface, they were stunned to discover they had discovered an astonishing collection of Spanish gold coins and other treasures linked to the legendary San Jose shipwreck. The San Jose, a Spanish galleon, sank in 1708 off the coast of Colombia during a fierce naval battle with the British. It was carrying a fortune in gold, silver, and precious gems. And since that lucky day, the wreck had become one of the most wanted treasures in history, even though, for centuries, its exact location remained a mystery. That's it about the hidden treasures of gold, silver, and diamonds found accidentally. Discoveries like this still amaze locals and researchers to date, but guess we'll never fully know what the Earth hides beneath its surface. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.